Hey, won't you come home early today? When do you think you'll be off work?
It should be past 6 or so. If I hurry, I think I could get home before 7. Why? What's up?
That's pretty late. Try and get home earlier. I'm so hungry that I'm starting to get low blood pressure. After you get back from hanging around, make some food.
You say that, but it's still early evening. How about you eat a snack while you wait? There's some chocolate and chips in the cupboard, right?
I already ate that stuff a while ago.
You already ate it? I just bought those yesterday. There should still be some left.
Nope, we're all out. What else was I going to do? I was hungry. I have a big appetite because I'm premenstrual right now.
I bought so much of each, though.
Not only that, but all this laundry is starting to stack up. The floor is a mess, so get home soon and clean up, okay?
Well, listen. I feel like you haven't helped out with that stuff even a little bit. Even just vacuuming would have been fine.
Why do I have to do it? I hate doing chores.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was just bringing it up, that's all.
You knew before we got married that I can't do cooking and stuff like that. You married me while being aware of that, right? So don't try and make me do chores all of a sudden.
It's not like I was making you or anything. I'll finish up work as quick as I can and head home. I'll make you your favorite salmon dish, so cheer up, okay?
You're really trying to lure me in with food? Don't treat me like a child. Whatever, it's fine.
By the way, I bought a couple tickets from a client for that theater group you like. You still like them, right? Do you want to go? It's been a while.
Wow! You have a client that'll do something like that for you? How generous!
We used to go see that group all the time before we got married. It'll feel like the old days, huh?
I do like them, but since that was before we were married, I feel like I couldn't say no when we used to go together. I'm actually the kind of person that prefers to see theater on my own.
Oh, are you really? So you basically went with me against your will. Jeez, I'm sorry.
It's whatever. That was a long time ago. But anyway, if you're giving me a ticket, I'll go by myself.
Ah, okay. Got it.
Just get home soon. Don't forget to get the ingredients you need on your way home. See you later.
Okay.
Grab some eggs and hot dogs on your way home, okay? I ended up using all of them this morning.
Okay. The usual is fine?
It's fine if it's an expensive brand, as long as it's delicious. For eggs, grab the free-range ones on the top shelf. Those ones don't smell bad, and they taste great.
Oh. Okay. You're really something lately, aren't you?
How so?
You've gotten really into cooking lately. You said you hated it, but you've been really good at it. I was just a little surprised. That fancy dish you left in the kitchen this morning looked delicious.
I know, right? I can do anything. Everyone thought it was incredible when I brought it into work. I might really have some natural talent for cooking.
Also, speaking of that, how about my share of it?
That food is mine, not yours. I don't have the time to make another one.
But making enough for one isn't that much different from making enough for two, right?
Making side dishes and stuff would add a lot more work. Cooking is a lot of work.
Well, I suppose that's true. Since I'm normally the one cooking, I get what you're saying, but...
It's more tiring for someone who isn't used to it. But the fact that I was able to make lunch for myself is progress, right?
That's true. I bet your cooking will only get better from here on out. Not just lunch food, but dinner courses as well.
I could if I felt like it. But even if I did, I wouldn't make it for you.
Oh, okay then. Well, I'd be happy if you did make it for me one day.
What? Just don't forget the groceries and get home quickly. You got that? Hello? Are you listening?
Well, there's something that's worrying me.
What?
You were making hamburgers this morning, right? To bring to work? Those little ones with cheese on them. Sliders or whatever.
Yeah, I did. What about them? They were the best ones I've made so far. My lunch today was a masterpiece! What, are you saying you want to eat it too? No way. The leftovers are going to be my breakfast.
No, it's not that. You made a little face with the fries, right?
Yeah, I did. So what? What of it? You really remember my cooking well, don't you?
That's what I thought. Well, it got me a bit worried. But it's nothing. Alright, I'm going to get back to work.
What in the world was bothering you? You're a weird guy. Don't forget the groceries!
Good work today. If this is about the email from your business partner, it hasn't come in yet. Actually, it's not about that. Then is it about golfing with the boss next week? I'm going to go and pick him up that day, and you're going to be meeting us there, right? It's not about that either. Well, then what is it? You've never contacted me about anything other than work. What happened? I want to ask you about your lunch today. It was homemade, right? My lunch? Well, yeah, but... Do you know who made it? What are these questions? My girlfriend has been making them. She's been going out her way to make them for us every morning before work. Oh, is that so? It might be weird for me to ask this out of nowhere, but... What do you think about her? Why would you ask me something like that? It's not like I've ever asked you personal things about your private life. Right, sorry. Wait a second. You're jealous of me, aren't you? The way you were looking at my lunch seemed like you were pretty jealous. Actually, I was looking for a different reason. You might think it's weird for me to ask this suddenly, but... Those lunches are from my house. I think. Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way. What happened? Are you tired or something? If something's up, tell me. My wife's been making lunch every morning. But it seems identical to the lunch you were eating. I mean, what in the world is that about? What? What do you want about? I don't know anything about that. I'm serious. The lunches were one and the same. The little cheeseburgers, the fries. The fries were made into a big smile. That's exactly the same as what my wife's been making. That's just a coincidence, right? It's a really common style of lunch. You don't think my girlfriend and your wife could have just looked at the same recipe? But even the lunchbox was the same. Surely that must be strange to you too? Plenty of lunchboxes look really similar. You just thought it was the same, no? I know I didn't mistake it. The one you had was made of tin, right? Yeah, but... There are a lot of tin lunchboxes out there, so I'm sure they just got the same kind. But that lunchbox you used was given to us by my uncle a while back. It should have my initials on it and everything. Huh? But I think my girlfriend got me that lunchbox. I thought it was Kay, from her name. There is no other lunchbox like that in the world. I have a picture from when my uncle gave it to me. I'll send it to you. So, this is it. It's exactly the same as the one you had, right? It really is. So, that was your lunch then? Huh? What does this mean? Are you saying my girlfriend is the same person as your wife? What's your girlfriend's name? My wife's name is Karen. Are you serious? That's my girlfriend's name too. Just like I thought. I don't want to believe it, but there's no mistake. I'll tell you right now, I had no idea, I swear. I wouldn't have started dating her if I had known she was your wife. When did you start dating her? About 3 months ago. How did you meet her? From a dating app. After talking for a week, I asked her out on a date. So she downloaded the app and hid the fact that she was married. Yeah, I guess so. By the way, I heard something very interesting from my assistant. And? I heard when you were out drinking last week, you were bragging to everyone about dating a married woman. You were drunk and all hyped up. Did I say that? I don't think so. Apparently, a few other employees heard that as well. They said you were bragging about a colorful girl with a butterfly tattoo. My wife also has a butterfly tattoo. So you really didn't know anything. Well, I'm sorry. It's true that I'm into married women. I used a sketchy website where you can meet with married women. That kind of thing exists? Yeah, there are a lot of them. But I really didn't know that Karen was your wife. You've got to take my word on that. If I had known, I never would have met up with her. I'm the kind of guy who wants to avoid trouble. But you did know she was a married woman, right? You're messed up. And wanting to avoid trouble and dating married women is kind of a contradiction. Well, what can I say? It's just a fetish. Plus, there are a lot of unsatisfied women out there who are looking for a little excitement. This isn't your first offense, is it? You've really got to stop doing this kind of thing. First offense. It's not like I'm some kind of criminal. But any of these husbands can sue and demand money. Adultery is really unethical. Wait a second. You're not saying that you're going to demand money from me, are you? I'm begging you. Don't tell the company, okay? I'll think about what to do with you later. For now, the issue is about Karen. We need to do something about her first. I seriously didn't know. She never mentioned anything about you to me. So please, don't get any more involved with this. Just discuss this between you and your wife. Are you sure about that? But she might end up choosing you. She can choose me if she wants, but I'm absolutely done with her. So, Johnny, you have another girl, don't you? With the way you're talking, there has to be someone else. Damn, are you sure you're not a detective? Or maybe a psychic? But yeah, I have another girl too. I wanted to talk to you before I confront my wife about all of this. I wonder if you'll tell me everything, though.
How was your lunch today? I put in your favorite fried chicken this time.
It was so good. Thank you.
You can't imagine how much work it took to fry all of that up early in the morning. You ate it all, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. I finished everything.
Good. I wonder what snacks I should put in there for tomorrow's lunch. I have my little loser buy it from the store, so don't hesitate in asking.
How about pork rinds? I think they're cheap at the store today.
What? Every store has different prices. What are you even talking about?
I'm talking about the one that's really close to my house. Duh. Or I could get it from the meat counter on 2nd Street. You really like that place's corned beef, right?
How do you know that? Have I talked about that before? You're acting kinda weird today, Johnny.
This isn't Johnny.
Huh? I don't get it. Is this some kind of joke? If this isn't Johnny, then who is it?
You can't tell. Hello? It's your favorite loser at your service.
What? What are you saying?
It's the guy you were calling a little loser earlier. Brad! Sounds like you are hard at work again making lunch.
What? Why is Brad messaging right now? Johnny? What's going on?
I'm just borrowing his phone. He's holed up in the office right now. So, why are you in contact with Johnny? And what's with the lunchbox thing?
You think I'm fooling around? How'd you know, Johnny?
The lunchbox Johnny was using was exactly the same as the one my uncle gave to me, so I did some snooping. To hook up with your husband's coworker. You're something else, aren't you?
Huh? What is this? I'm so irritated right now. You're really mouthing off today.
Until now, I've tried to be careful not to set you off because it's a pain, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to hold back my anger today. So, what the hell were you thinking? How could you do something like this to me?
You're annoying. You've heard everything from Johnny anyway, right?
Well, yeah. About how you met him through a website for affairs?
That's right. It's because you weren't good enough. I wanted some excitement for once. Being with you was so boring.
You didn't know that Johnny is my coworker?
At first I had no idea. But then after getting to know him, I found out. When he said he worked for the same company that you do, I put two and two together.
So if you found out, then why didn't you tell Johnny?
There was no reason to. I had planned to move on to Johnny, so I didn't really care. It was only a matter of time before I sent you packing.
Ah, got it. Well, do whatever you want then. I want nothing to do with you.
Wow, you're so manly. I wonder if you even understand that you're losing to Johnny. Well, that's how it is. No matter how you look at it, you're a pathetic little man. Are you self-aware at all?
It's true. I don't think I'll match up to him. There's nothing I can do. Especially because he's seeing 8 girls at once.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't know, do you? He likes getting with married women, so he's actually got 7 other girls just like you. This is pretty bad, but he's got a ranking of all his women too. Since you're the youngest, you can't put the lowest on the list.
Don't say ridiculous stuff like that. There's no way Johnny would do something like that. He's head over heels for me. He was so happy with the lunches I made him and everything.
He told me he wouldn't even give a pig the food you made for him. Actually, he said out of all his girls, your cooking was the worst. He's just going out with you to kill time. He said that you can be replaced by anyone. I don't think he has any intention of marrying you.
There's no way! What the hell? You've been spouting nothing but lies. Give Johnny the phone. Now! There's no reason for me to talk to you.
I'm looking at him as we speak, but he doesn't want to talk to you.
Why? You just don't want to let me talk to him. I know you're jealous, but this is a bad look.
It's not that. You were the one that knew Johnny was my coworker, but didn't say anything, right? That's what Johnny is mad about.
That's not even a big deal. It shouldn't be a problem just because he's your coworker.
But if the affair was discovered by the office, that'd be bad, no? Actually, he's in a lot of trouble right now.
What? What do you mean? Did something happen?
I went and contacted all his other women's husbands. It's probably going to become a lawsuit nightmare from here on out.
Huh? What do you think you're doing?
I thought I'd sue him too, but I figured I'd tell my superiors first. I think it's gotten all the way up to upper management and everything. Since Johnny is bad for PR, he can't just leave it be. But if all this is fine, then by all means, be with him. Marry him for all I care. Although I don't know if he'll want to marry you.
Is he going to be fired?
I'm not sure if he will be. But he can't just be left alone, can he?
Please, I want to talk to him. Put him on.
I just asked him, but... like I thought. He said he doesn't want to talk to you.
Why? Did he say anything about me?
I think it's better if I don't tell you.
Just stop it with that. Tell me right now.
He said you're bad luck and that he's never going to meet with you again. But who's to say?
I can't believe this is happening to me.
What a shame. All that wasted time in the morning. Oh well. I actually thought the food you made looked good, but I guess looks can be deceiving. No one can get good at cooking that fast.
OMG, who do you think you are? Are you making fun of me?
Am I making fun of you? Well, yes, I am. For getting caught, bragging about your cooking, but actually being terrible, and getting dumped by your secret lover. I guess you were trying to take advantage of me with those tasteless lunches. You should probably make those fries in a sad face tomorrow. After that, among Johnny's women, a shocking character was discovered. One of them turned out to be the wife of one of his clients. And as you'd expect, the upper management wouldn't have it, and they forced him to resign. It seems Johnny got very busy dealing with all the money being claimed by his women's husbands. By the way, it looks like Karen had a change of heart, because she started doing the chores. I suppose she thought it would have been bad to end up being tossed aside by me. She even started cooking me meals from scratch, but... Thinking all of this was too little too late, I disregarded her and left the house. I don't want to sound mean, but her cooking was like eating roadkill. Currently, I'm discussing what to do about settlement with a lawyer. The whole experience was painful, but now I'm enjoying a life where I don't have to be pushed around anymore. When I was living with Karen, I felt that my daily life was tasteless, but I didn't know what tasteless really was until I tried Karen's cooking.